Part 2. Let's keep this rolling nice and quick. Let's not do-daddle and who-daddle. Gladio, let's do this. What is this? Boys, I think we might be able to win 2 games. It's gonna be a world record. I won the first 2 games. Never done that before either. It's exactly like Ray Rizzo in the World Championships. No one's won it twice, except for the guy who actually won it 3 times in a row. Son of a bitch. Shouldn't be swearing too much. It's 40 seconds in. That's bad for the algorithm. Anyway. Looking at the matchup, I suspect that... What, do they? They probably don't have Sun. I don't know what their plan is. What I do know is that I've got neutral or super effective on 90% of their team using Urshifu. And realistically, Urshifu should outspeed a majority of their team as well. I'll rely on just overall offense. I'll put Frigoraph in the back, and Instant in the back. I do want Fake Out just because you have Pokemon like Lycanroc and Hariyama who can do big damage with Guts or Tough Claws. So I do want to pay some respect to that. Bang. Bang. Overlay. Let's go. I didn't forget this one either. They've not got a restricted, so I feel quite a sense of security. I could totally just pinch the Charizard here, can't I? I'm gonna quickly check Charizard's speed stats, since I don't know what those look like. Charizard. Max speed Charizard will be faster than me. That is unfortunate. Okay, so I can't just attack aggressively into Charizard and call it a day. Well, what's it? It could be Terra Fire. Well, its strongest move is gonna be Air Slash. If a if a Whimsicott can pick me up in 1 turn, then I think a Charizard can. I'm gonna Volt Switch into Melodic. I feel like they have every incentive to Trash Slash Charizard here, since it seems pretty important. Oh, they're Trash Slashing Melodic. To Fairy. Okay. From here, I'll just pivot Instant to the field, since there's always a chance that Charizard is a physical attacker, which would be nice. Melodic doesn't get Water Absorb, does it? Wowie, that did a lot more damage than I thought it would. Okay. Instant to the field. I guess the worst case scenario here is he's getting Bomber Rushed by some water moves, but that's not realistic since both my Pokemon resist. Yeah, Air Slash. From here, I'm just gonna pivot Miraidon back to the field. Terra Blast. They doubled? Holy. Now I don't feel so comfortable just... It's not even Flame Orb Hariyama. Holy. From here, I actually kind of just want to deal with the Melodic right now. Actually, I'm going to double check it. For the life of me, does Melodic have Water Absorb? Why am I asking that question? I know the answer to that. This Melodic definitely doesn't. And all Melodics can't. Actually, since Melodic is really chipped down, what I'm going to do is I'm going to double into Charizard. Since I can actually just pick up Charizard relatively safely. Cool. That's pretty easy. They can Terra Blast into Urshifu, but that's not really a big deal at this point, since they're taking chip from... Oh, they recovered. Righto. You do you, man. But I don't think that's the play. Marvel Scale, is it boosts defense or reduces damage is the question. Marvel Scale, defense is multiplied. Unfortunate. I'm going to pivot Farigiraf in and Parting Shot. Ooh. Actually, I still have Terastallization. Haha. Yeah, I'm going to pivot Farigiraf to the field and then Terastallize Parting Shot into Sneasler. That is the biggest threat on the field right now, because Milotic just does not threaten me at all. Because as long as I get the right position, I can click Surging Strikes into Milotic for what should be a relatively safe KO. Going Terra Ghost here really just says, I think they're clicking Close Combat. They might click Dark Claw, but I really feel like they're clicking Close Combat here, so if they actually are, I can just try to make a lead much bigger. They were Dark Claw. But I can't go to sleep here. Ooh, that's rough. That is spooky. Terra Blast. Into Farigiraf. I should take that. Some light on it. Yeah. I do take that. Parting Shot goes off safely. We are in business. Let's see it. With the reduced damage, I feel pretty safe. Especially knowing that unless that's a Sash Sneasler, they have to... Well, okay, if it's Sash Sneasler... Well, if it's Sash Sneasler, then it's always relatively safe just to go for the Melodic now and get rid of it. Poison Jab doesn't pick up the KO. Not even close. I think it's Poison Touch instead of what's it called? Burden. That's the one. It's they put a lot of emphasis on using moves that can poison Dark Claw and Poison Jab, which is really weird since you wouldn't want to use Poison Jab and Dark Claw since Dark Claw is strictly better. I think the only difference is base power. And if that's the big... it's like only like 5, maybe 10 base power, but you get like the 50% to Sleeve, to Para, to Poison, plus Poison Touch. It becomes a bit absurd. What's Lycanroc speed stat? I think it's like 110, isn't it? Lycanroc Dusk, that is 110. Lycanroc will outspeed me. What I can do here is, well, I can do a number of things here. If I protect Farigiraf, I don't think is an Aqua going to pick up the KO? I'm a bit concerned it won't, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure it will. So as long as I don't drop Farigiraf here, I should be able to beat Lycanroc very safely. Nice. Yeah, that's game. That is so game. This feels good. Now, I went from my worst matchup to like my absolute best matchup, but it's not the point. From here, the whole plan is just to go for the flinches. So honestly, I'm happy to just bet on them missing that. Accelerock fails because of Armor Tail, very good. Surging Strikes for the KO. Holy moly, that did a lot of damage. What are Lycanroc stats? Oh, they're bad. Oh, they're bad. Really bad. Like, we're talking like their highest defensive stats like 70. And that's HP. It's all downhill from there. He's not taking hits. Hoo-wee! That is 2 games in, 2 wins in. I've been doing these. I'm gonna start doing these little reflections after every game, like written reflections, not like, this is what I think happened. But for like, it's gonna be really difficult for this battle specifically because like, it was a completely unbalanced matchup. Like the power balance was completely out of whack there. So getting a good reflection on that's gonna be difficult. Besides from that, I don't really have tons to say. Thank you for watching. My famous wise words are, even in defeat I lose. If you happen to have watched this far, witty please like, witty please subscribe, and I'll see you around.